Right here, Judge Owsley used a little bit of trickery to sustain the prosecutor's objection. And in fact, the judge interrupted the prosecutor's objection and pretty much substituted his his own um, his own beliefs into what the objection would be. So I ask my last question: did the caller express that the male was checking the doors, listen closely, with the purpose of seeing which ones were locked? Yes or no? And then the dispatch lady just simply says correct. And then I go into, and this is partly a problem with my inexperience defending myself at a trial. I go right into, Your Honor, I'd like to play again the recording of the police dispatch call, then ask the question again. And then the prosecutor Benjamin, he didn't even say objection. It was just kind of an automatic, assumed objection that the Judge Owsley decided to act upon. He said, I think she has answered the question, unless there is something that you think she's disputing what she said. I think we've heard the police call. I'm going to overrule your request to play it again. I don't think she's challenged it at all. I think she has agreed with what you said is in the tape, is the recording. So my mistake was when I asked her to say yes or no, she says correct. And I moved on from there. And I should have gone back and said yes or no. Because then Judge Owsley takes advantage of her answer of just agreeing to my statement that that's what's in the call, and that was dirty. All right, that's a dirty move. I mean, he started out saying, unless there's something you think she's disputing, and then he overrules a replaying. He's like, he switched his mind a couple times here. He was trying to sound fair, but in the end, he ended up choosing to use a little dirty tactic of saying that she was just agreeing with me. I didn't even ask a question. I just kind of made a statement as part of my last questions, and she just kind of was like, okay, she was just kind of like, oh yeah, all right, that's it. She was just agreeing with my statement. Did the caller express that the male was checking the doors with the purpose of seeing which ones were locked? Did Rosalind tell you that I was checking the doors with the purpose of seeing which ones were locked? So it's partly my fault for not forcing her to adhere to a yes or no answer. All right, which spilled into Judge Owsley taking advantage of her response and using that against me in a way, because he started to say unless she was disputing, but then he switched gears and was like, well, she only said correct. She didn't say yes or no. What if she said yes? Did the caller express that the male was checking the doors? And then if she said yes, and she didn't want to say yes or no, this dispatch, Nakata Scott she didn't want to say yes or no. Okay, it wasn't a little slip of the mind there. she was avoiding answering the question. I said yes or no. But I mean, if this was an honest judge, he would have been like, well, answer the question, Nakata, yes or no. But no, instead he switches gears and plays the dirty game in my trial, and just kind of says, oh, she didn't answer it like that. So I could have gone back, this is all hindsight is 2020 type of thing. Could have gone back. I could have initially just been more rigorous. And this is part of my lawyer training in Louisiana. They play the dirty games, and when you need a yes or no, a correct is not enough. You have to enforce your question. All right, just like you enforce your rights on the streets, you enforce your examinations. You're examining questions in your trial in the courtroom. All right, you need some discipline there, because judges, I mean, the prosecutor didn't need to say but 3 words, and Judge Owsley simply just he knew where to take it to play the dirty road. It's the dirtiness started with her saying correct. Prosecutor jumped on it, then judge jumped on it. All a big collusion there, just in this little section, as a part of my questioning of her, my cross-examination of her, trying to get to the bottom of her intentions. And I missed the mark. I failed. But I have learned from this mistake.